Hello and welcome to Introduction to Italian, or maybe by the time you're listening to this, Complete Italian. This is Language Transfer's 7th audio course and has been voted for by Language Transfer users. In this course, we're going to do something very natural and we're going to learn in the same way that you've been built to learn, through thinking. But it will contrast starkly to other experiences you may have had of learning or of language learning particularly. For example, we won't be using any tools but our own minds, and we won't be memorizing anything. Half of our job here is to teach you Italian. The other half is to help make you a better language learner and a better learner generally, to help you be more conscious of your thinking processes, to increase your consciousness of language. Forget the idea that learning is stressful or even formal. Here, in this course, we're just going to have a chat. In this chat, I will explain to you some things about how Italian works, and then I will ask you to build sentences out loud based on what I explained. The recordings take place with volunteer students. You will pause the audio before they respond and say out loud your own answer, which you thought through. The answer or the sentence is not the most important bit. It's 100% the thinking process. It's the thinking process that will install Italian in your mind. So take your time, think slowly to learn quickly. Don't try to actively memorize or hold on to any of the information we see. Of course, you need to remember what we learned, but not through active memorization. Active memorization is the most inefficient way of remembering. Just relax, listen, and make sure you understand the explanations that I'm giving. If you get something wrong, that's fine. As long as you can work out why it's wrong, you're good to continue on. Also, we'll constantly recap what we've seen as we go along. We'll constantly pull things back up to relate them to something else, so don't worry about holding on to anything. All you need to do is think about the task at hand. Don't worry about forgetting words here and there. Many tips are built in throughout the course on how to find what you think you have forgotten. Take these paths in your own mind, at your own pace, never rushing yourself, and always giving yourself the time you need to think things through. Focus on your thinking process, and you'll see that the content will be picked up along the way. I will have to repeat this many times with the volunteer students, so you will get plenty of reminders. And don't write anything. I know this is tempting, but the structure we create in our minds is not very easy to reproduce on paper. You will find it very unhelpful if you write during the course time. Everything will seem simpler, but you won't come away with Italian in your mind as when you simply and exclusively rely on your own thoughts. We want to do this mental work to carry Italian around with us in our minds, not on a piece of paper. The piece of paper would act something like an external brain cell, and we don't want any of those with language learning. Do as much as you feel excited about doing, then take a break. Don't force yourself, don't push yourself. The tired mind makes careless mistakes and shortcuts. If you feel yourself drifting away, that's okay. Take a break and come back later. You will see your concentration span increasing as you continue on the course. The most important thing that I can tell you is not to just listen and follow the audio. If you do that, you will feel like you're learning because you will be understanding what's happening, but you will not be having your own learning experience. You will only be witnessing somebody else's learning experience. So it's extremely important that you pause, take your time to think your answer through, say that out loud, and then resume the audio. In this way, you are sure to be having your own learning experience. I can't stress that enough. The course presumes no previous knowledge of Italian, so it's perfect for beginners and will surely be very useful as well to more advanced students of Italian that want different ways of looking at and understanding the language. A lot of work goes into the researching, writing, practice, then proofing and recording, editing and dissemination of each audio course. To help give me the time to do all of that, please consider joining the campaign to help get me working full-time on creating this free material and then expanding the project. You can do that for as little as $1 a month, whilst you also get to vote for the next language course we create. That's on Patreon, patreon.com/language transfer. There you can check out the different milestones for the campaign and the work that can get done with those different milestones, and also the options to donate on the website www.languagetransfer.org. Whenever I speak about the Language Transfer project, I say we. Even though there's no organization behind Language Transfer or any fixed team, there's definitely a we. Language Transfer, for now, is simply me and you, the users, who volunteer, who donate, who sustain the project. Together, we are creating a new and exemplary model for independent action on the go, and we are creating the most incredible product in the most unlikely of situations. And anyone who stops by to read the interaction with the users, like the feedback that can be seen on the website, can see that something very special is bubbling here. Thank you to everyone who has joined the campaign so far and the volunteers allowing me to continue giving under much better conditions. It's wonderful and motivating to feel accompanied by you all, and we're still just scratching the surface of the potential of this project. There's a lot more to do, so please join the campaign, volunteer, and spread the word. Thanks for joining us, and let's begin Italian.